Today we're going to talk about one of the most underappreciated things in content creation, external hard drives, and the importance of them as a photographer, a filmmaker, and for those of you who are hybrid shooters like me. We're also going to talk about the best way to organize and save your footage and kind of go into that workflow right after this.
Have you ever considered the reason you don't know what you want to do is simply because you haven't done enough things?
Hello and welcome back to yet another picture perfect video. My name is Joe. I'm not your average Joe, and I'm a veteran turned creator, and I'm here to help empower you to find the creator within and turn passion into purpose. That being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the hard drive aspect, and I'm going to start off by saying that my go-to external hard drive is a Lacie Tech hard drive, but you can use any hard drive essentially. I know a lot of people make them. You get Samsung, you get Toshiba, you get there's plenty of great hard drives out there. I just like the Lacie Tech. I'll link a Lacie Tech hard drive down below. That'd be really great as a starter. But I also want to go into my 3 reasons why you need a hard drive, and I also want to mention that you don't need to get Lacie Tech. You can get any sort of hard drive. There's plenty of great ones out there. There's 3 big reasons that I would recommend an external hard drive, and one of those is just organizing and cataloging your footage. It makes it so much easier to look back at these hard drives, and you can label them with a Sharpie by the year. You can go 2018 to 2019, 2020 to 2021, and so on. And so whenever you have a clip or you're making a video about something, you can pull back to the exact date that something happened and get that footage and put it into that new video. Or it's just great to take a walk down memory lane. You look back at, just different things that happen in your life. Reason number 2 is just to keep your workflow clean. There's nothing worse than using your laptop and having a cluttered, muddy, just miserable mess, and then not having any storage on your laptop because everything's on there. And so, especially with photography and videography, photo and video files are getting bigger and bigger as cameras are getting better and better. And so just being able to have something on an external place that's not going to take up any space in your computer and not slow it down is just a really great, it's a win. And then my 3rd reason is the maneuverability is so nice. If you've got a desktop, or you say you have an iMac at home and you're using that big screen, you're editing a video or photo or something else like that, you can plug your external hard drive on there and you can save the project, put it on that external hard drive, then take that external hard drive and you can take your laptop and go edit that same thing at a Starbucks in your town. Or if you're traveling somewhere and you just need to edit on the go, you've got all that footage and all those projects, sequences, or anything that you may have that you need to not be tied down to one computer or device. So you've got somewhere to save stuff from your phone, from your camera, from your drone, GoPro, any sort of camera, and you can take any of that footage or any of the music you've compiled or sound effects or just anything you choose to put on there, and you can go ahead and implement that on any computer. And so there's a lot of flexibility with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my workflow for when I save projects. So we're going to jump into here. Let's get organized. So jumping in, we're going to come here to our Finder app. As you can see, I'm on my MacBook Pro. Windows is a little bit different, but it's essentially the same thing. Go to Lacie, and I'm going to show you guys what I do. This is a brand new hard drive. So we're going to come in here, and it's literally, I always add a new folder, and the year is 2022. So the first thing I do is I add a folder for the year. I click inside this folder, and I add a folder for the month. So it is February. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Boom. And what I always do here, just because it'll go in alphabetical order, I put the number of the month in here, so that if I put March in there and I put the name here, you see it goes in the order that I want it. So 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 12. And then I'll go ahead and I'll come into February, and then I'll save for the day. So say we were saving something today. Today is Feb 22nd. And how I always save my stuff is, first of all, I'm going to save footage. I go ahead and I drag my stuff into here. We click on here. If it's February, we're going to click on here, and then I'm going to save my stuff. And so what I do inside this day folder is I go ahead and I add
the type of camera that I'm using. So I have a Sony A7 III right here. Oop, it's not the A7S III, it's just the A7 III. There we go. That is my last folder when I save footage. So I go in here, and then the last thing I do is I just drag and drop my footage, whether it's photos, video, whatever it is, I drag it in there. And so this is kind of how I get things going. So in the beginning here, another way that I stay organized is if I have client work, I will make a folder for client work. If I've got YouTube videos I'm making and I'm posting Instagram posts, everything like that, I've got a folder here for finish work. If I am doing music or sound effects, here's how I do that. I put music right here, click on that, I come in here and I'll create a new folder and I'll put sound effects. And I'll save the music in here, I'll save the sound effects there. And then another thing I'll do in my music folder is I'll put music I've used. And if I have any presets or anything like that, I come in here and I put, and let's put NY AJ Lutz / presets. And so as you get going, you can save your thing. And again, you can number these. Like I can number this and make this number 1 because it's my most used. And then I can make my finish work number 2 because it's something that I use a good amount, right? I can make music number 3, and I can kind of customize it from there. And this really cleans up my personal workflow, and I happen to like that a lot. This is how I've stayed organized as a creator, and as you can see, you end up collecting a good amount of these, especially as cameras get better and better and file sizes get bigger and bigger. You burn through these things pretty quickly. And so whenever you're archiving footage and trying to get back to stuff, it's paramount that it's organized. I'll be honest, this one's not as organized as I want. This was the learning curve for me. But because I went through that, as soon as I got this one's on top of everything, this one's organized. Then I made sure this one's organized, and I've taken the time to dial in, because I'll be honest with you, it's a lot easier to stay on track than it is to get on track. So if you're going to start something, you might as well start right, especially with this. If I know it's a pain to deal with, especially if you're recording something, having to upload it to your computer the same day rather than letting it sit on a memory card is paramount, because if you film for a week, you're not going to want to put a week's worth of footage on here and have to dissect it and organize it and figure it out. But in the end, you'll be thanking yourself, because it's just another level of anxiety you'll save yourself from. Invest into these, and if you're going to invest into these, do what you can to stay organized and just stay ahead of the game.